The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
Welcome, everybody, to another Friday night here on the House of Stein.
I just heard Stein cuss for the first time.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't. I said you sounded like chit. You know, chit?
False positive there, Yee.
Damn it. I heard what I wanted to hear. I'm going to look at the transcription when we see it, when we stream this show. And if it bleeps out the C or whatever into an S, I'm going to be like, ah.
Yeah, man, that's funny, bro. So.
I was like, what? You got all excited. I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, do it, lady. Do it, lady.
Yeah, people know in the chat. So, oh my gosh.
I'm hearing things.
You're hearing things.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We got a great list for you. What else is going on? Not much. It was kind of a very easy week, weird week this week. It wasn't a lot of news, kind of quiet on the front for comics. Like even tomorrow's show, like I don't even know. We're just gonna hang out again tomorrow's show. Wasn't really much that going on in comics this week. It felt like,
It's that lead up to school.
Mm-hmm.
It's that in the summer, like everyone's getting back into their grind. Like I would assume like taking their kids to school so they're not like online bullying each other, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the parents.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Hey,
Not
McClay,
the kids.
I did. So I had to drive my oldest to college last Saturday, and I listened to your Tidal Wave show.
Oh, the Darren Davis show. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what'd you think?
I mean, it was. I was just listening. It was weird because I didn't know what direction it was going, and then like Emmett and Dennis were like, man, I felt like they were just like, man, they were hurt. They were personally hurt by the whole thing, man. It was just, I felt bad, but I mean, I understand it just, but the whole conversation was weird. It was a weird conversation.
Can I tell you the weirdest part of it? He
What's that
flipped the script on us, bro. He flipped the script on us. Like my conversation with him and like the 15-minute hangout in the back session, it was all great. Like my conversation with him on the phone was awesome. Like it was a totally different type of feeling. And then as soon as he got asked a question on live, he became very defensive very quick. And if you go watch the show, you can see me trying to like pull him back in and try and like, okay, I know you're saying this, but what do you think about? And
hey, let me just say this, and I don't know if anybody else watches Brian's interviews. Brian is a great interviewer. He does a really good job. He never gets emotional. He stays on topic. He compliments when he needs to. He asks tough questions when he needs to. You do a really good job. So I just want to make sure that everybody's aware that.
Thank you, brother.
I mean, there's a reason that you're able to pull some of these people in when they know that they're going to be asked hard questions, but they're still okay to do it with you. So I think that's a huge compliment to you.
Thank you, brother.
I think it was Dinesh. Like when you first interviewed Dinesh, like on Flipside, like that was like the start of it, like where it was like, hey, this is what an interview should be or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. I enjoy doing this.
Yeah. And then you've had some like crazy controversial people like throughout the years and stuff like that, where people are like, some people were they were just like, oh, you shouldn't talk to that guy. You shouldn't give him a platform to talk on, blah, 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 blah. But then you just, you ignore that criticism and then did it anyways, and then had an excellent interview with that person, with
I think
those different people.
I think the key is it's always about the conversation, right? Like, where can the conversation take us? Because until I have that conversation with somebody, and there's one thing between like being friends with somebody and trusting somebody and being an acquaintance with somebody. And then there's also something where like, I want that person to come on to have a conversation. And until we have that conversation, that's gonna, make me decide on how I feel about the situation. I got to have those conversations to because one person can tell you something, and what's that saying? There's 3 sides to every story, side A, side B, and the truth, So the conversation is the key. I think that's the point. So, but yeah, man, it was crazy. It was a crazy interview. It was a crazy show, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. And I'll tell you another thing. I think that was a master class on what not to do as a head of a company or a business. Like we tried to set Darren up to I tried to set Darren up to be like, okay, man, like, we're going to give you a platform, I think, come on, tell people what you want, like, utilize this platform to better your company or better you. And the conversation I had with him on the phone was very positive. Like, we hear what's going on loud and clear. These are we're going to make changes and this and this. And if the interview would have been like our conversation on the phone, it would have been a totally different story. It would have been so positive. But after that interview, I think that's a complete masterclass on what not to do as somebody in Darren's situation. He made some pretty bad mistakes, and we'll see if that affects his company or affects the comic in the future. That was the key of the conversation to me. Like, we're going to see what's going to happen in 3 months or 6 months. So we'll see. But yeah, man, it's been other. I think we had like our 3 weeks or like 2 weeks of excitement in the comics world, and everybody's kind of just chilling out for a little bit. I know there's the Chicago Fan Fest. Is that what it's called? That's going on this week in Chicago. That's a con there. Terrific Con was last week. I heard a couple of things happened at Terrific Con, like here and there, that was like, interesting news, but nothing really crazy. And I think the next thing where it's going to kind of, get interesting again for like comic book news and content is around the time of New York, which comes up in October. A lot of fun stuff coming up in October. We're going to talk about that a little later in the show. But yeah, we'll see how that all plays out. We got a couple months, and winter is coming, as they say. But that being said, we got some stuff to talk about. We've got I didn't get a chance to show you, Stein, but I do have a woe book that I found the other day that is absolutely amazing. And I don't know if you've ever seen this book, so I'm going to show it to you. And I've already showed some people. I think Yee might have seen it with me the other day, but this is a crazy woe book. So here we go. Whoa. Have you seen Bustline Combat yet?
No.
Have you ever seen this book, bro? Look at this. When you first see it, you're like, what am I looking at? But hold on. Look at the art on this.
Is that Dennis?
With the woe face?
With the woe face? Yeah, the blow. Yeah.
It's Dennis right there in the middle.
And look
and
what
then
she's
that's
saying.
Joe screaming out pussies in the
Yeah, okay, you pussies. Over the top. Look at that cover, dude. This book came out recently, like within the last 20 years, I want to say. It's not like an old book. But I want to know who the artist is with this. I know we asked and I forgot. But if anybody knows the artist for this, that's definitely a woe book. For sure. Eros Comics is the same company that did Sally Forth, the famous Sally Forth. Which there was. Did you see, Stein? There was a sale of a set of Sally Forth recently, where
The whole set?
yeah, and it sold for a decent amount, but the person didn't even like key in on the Adam Hughes book. It was like under 3 other books, so they didn't know what they had, but it still sold for a decent amount. So
Adam wants us to describe what was being shown. There was 8 basketballs on the cover. How about that? Is that a good description?
Yes, that's a great description, dude. And guns.
12. You didn't include their heads?
Well,
yeah.
And then the chat's asking for Red Hood's response. If you would like to see Red Hood's response, go back to this previous Beyond Wednesday when we talked about this book.
Yeah, 8 boobs, 4 guns, and 1 O face.
That's a good
So a nice little woe book for the week. No blow book for the week, because Joe doesn't have one. He's not here to give us it right now. But
I was going to. I was actually going to, for a woe book, I was going to put that. I think the Deadly Faces of Spawn, the Bjorn Barons.
Oh, bro, yes, sir.
That thing was so good.
I'll pull that up. I want to see what it looks like.
We showed it yesterday, but I'll show it again. It's the one where he's got the gunslinger and he's got the cigarette in his mouth. Did you not see that the other night? Let me show it to you. Deadly. What is it? Deadly.
Yeah, was it Deadly something? Deadly. I can't.
Deadly Tales of Gunslinger Spawn.
Yeah, that's something like that.
What number?
I don't know. It just came out this week.
Bjorn Barons. All right, here we go. Right here.
Oh yes, I do remember that. That is a sick book.
Awesome. I think Mark was on with us when I showed this book, and even Mark was like, yeah, Bjorn is one of the best. And Mark made the comment that we never think of, but Mark's like, when you're doing characters like this that don't have lips and you got to put like a cigarette in their mouth, it's hard to do, because you got to put it in between the teeth, and it always just looks kind of weird until you figure it out. But man, Bjorn did such a great job on this.
He knocked it out of the park with that perspective thing.
Yeah. So damn good. So Bjorn Barons is one of the best in the game right now for sure. So, all right, let's get into the Almost 10. Starting off with a book that we saw in person, Yee. Stein, you might have been there with us when we saw it in person over at
not that one.
Not this one? No?
Not that one. It's a red cover, but it's the same.
It's not this
title,
one?
But it's a red cover.
Ooh. Can you find the image for it for me? Because
hold on.
So this one right here sells for about $1,000. I know that for sure. Or not sells for $1,000. They have copies that they want $1,000 for them.
Oh, you're about to give me a heart attack because I used to have the metal cover for this.
What?
Yeah, I used to have the metal cover for this. I never told you the story. Since this is a Bad Girl book, which is written by Gary Gunn, I believe. Is that right?
Yep, this is a Sesperia cover, bro.
I traded a coin for one of these a long time ago. So I either still have it in one of my boxes or someone got it from me really cheap on Whatnot.
Oh,
I don't know which one.
This is one of Sveta's very first books she ever did.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I either have it in the piles and piles of stuff I have, or it's at someone else's house. So if you bought it for me on Whatnot, congrats. But if I still have it, even better on me. But yeah.
There you go, Brian. I threw it in the side chat.
All right, hold on. Let me find this here, you guys, so I can show you the book that Stein is actually talking about, because I thought it was this book. and it's not. It is.
Okay, yeah. So I had that one in the middle.
Ooh, it is this one. That one is nice too. It's a Air recalled one called metal on back. Air called metal on back. Ashcan Sveta Shabina. I'd never seen this one. And how much did it sell for?
CGC 98 sold for 500.
Wow.
And I think it's the first sale. Or the first graded sale, I guess. It's still weird to me because it's still literally a cat
Yeah.
licking a
Furries,
gun.
bro. It's those anthropomorphic stuff, man. People are into that.
I'm I'm starting to see the theme of the Tonight Show. So too bad Joe's not here. And then apparently I gave it free to Chad Cave in a freebie thing or something.
Are you kidding me?
This one?
No, not this one. The one that Brian showed before.
Chad,
Oh,
you
you
kidding
gave it
me?
for free?
I apparently so. I must have been smoking something really good that
Wow.
week.
Yeah, this book is really tough to find. There's only 50 of them, and they are super rare. So I imagine the Ashcan one is pretty rare too. So
yeah, I have the metal one. Either I gave it away to Chad apparently, or I have it somewhere in one of my boxes. Because I tried looking for it because I saw the sale for the foil, and I was like, kind of like, oh crap, I have the metal, so that must sell even better, right? Because it's even lower print count. But
well, for all you Sveta fans out there, I will be back tomorrow, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, for my San Diego Comic-Con variant sale and signed comic sales. There's the link in the chat if you guys want to go bookmark it. We'll be doing that tomorrow before. I've got 3 shows tomorrow. I've got the Whatnot sale at 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be jumping on a show with Chonko's Comics and Big Nasty at 7 p.m. Eastern, and then of course 10 p.m. Eastern we'll have Modern Comic Mayhem. But if you guys want to come get some really cool books from San Diego Comic-Con, I'll have a bunch of variants and a bunch of signed books, and I'll also have Fantastic 4-packs tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern on Whatnot. Go bookmark it ASAP. But yeah, that's another rare Sveta book. These rare Sveta books are starting to pop up. So, and by the way, shout out to Greg Hopkins who's in the chat. Really, really great job with Boom Studios this year. He did such a great job, and Boom Studios did such a great job with their setup at San Diego. Can't thank you enough. Greg is going to be joining us on the industry show coming up. So I'm going to have him.
Nice.
And Philip Sablik is also going to jump on for a little bit. So they're each going to jump on for a little bit and share about their San Diego experiences, because I think they were the 2 publishers that did the best job. Yeah. So
yeah, awesome.
Yeah. That being said, let's move on to the next book on the list. The almost 10 this week. We love John Royal over here. And we love G.I. Joe, and we love this IDW series, which a lot of these are really tough to find. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, number 252, the John Royal cover B. Great Baroness cover, but a big raw sale on this.
Yeah, $90 raw for this B cover. I don't have this one. And I do like Baroness covers, but I do not have this one. I don't think I've ever seen this one, like in person.
I've never seen it either. You know, I was telling the guys the other day, I saw a sale. I want to say it was like $3,000 or something, close to $3,000. It was the incomplete IDW run from 155.5 to 300, and it wasn't all the variants too. It was just the regular covers, from what I could tell. Maybe a couple B covers in there, but it's for like
crazy.
$3,000. Yeah.
Sheesh.
So people are constantly looking for that run. You know. All right, moving on next. I love this cover. Always have loved this cover. Superman, Son of Kal-El, number 1, the Alan Qualt Virgin variant. where Superman has John Kent by the hand, and he says, "Soon, one day you will be Superman." And I don't know, man, that's just a great cover to me. I've always been such a big John Kent fan, and like this is a good Superman cover.
Yeah, there was a CGC 9.9 that sold for $900 this week.
Wow.
Oh, I'm looking at YouTube. It says $90.
Yeah, I didn't
It says 90.
90.
Yeah.
It's not, yeah, my bad. 900, you guys.
900.
Yeah.
Now I get the premium on 9.9s, but the way CGC has been handing out 9.9s in the last year and a half, 2 years, it's not as difficult to get a 9.9 as it used to be. But holy cow, that's crazy for. I mean,
how many of these
wow.
are out there? There's got to be quite a few of them out there, right?
9.9s. I don't know.
No,
Wow.
not 9.9s. You're right. Yeah, not 9.9s. You're right. You're right. Just this issue. I mean, how many did they print? You know,
probably quite a few. I mean, do you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the Spider-Man Miles cover where they're walking away.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So whoever paid $900, hopefully they have a 9.9 of that cover.
Yeah. Yeah. The regular cover of this isn't as good because it's got the background is kind of takes away from the Superman and John Kent and what Superman's saying. You don't see it as right in your face, you know? So
I imagine some artists yelling at us right now. First you want backgrounds, now you don't want backgrounds. What is it? Make up your mind.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh. All right, $900 for a CGC 9.9 on this one. All right, moving on. One of the worst covers you will ever see by Ethan Van Sciver. This cover is horrendous, but for some reason it sells, and I know the reason. It's people are going to say toxic masculinity, but there's those Top G fans out there, still Top G fans, and I haven't heard much about this guy. What's his name again? What the Top G guy? Chat will remind me. But I haven't heard much about him lately. He was in some Romanian prison or something for a while, and he's gotten out.
Oh, the UFC guy? He's like a UFC fighter or something like that?
He was a kickboxer, yeah. Yeah.
What was that guy's name?
Yeah.
He had a brother. He's got like a brother, right?
Yes, he's got a brother too. But
this is the chat will tell us like literally within like 10 seconds.
Yeah. And
Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate, yes. Andrew Tate. And he goes by the Top G, which is funny as hell. But he did a comic book, and he got Ethan Van Sciver to do a cover for him. And dude, this cover is horrendous. It is bad. I mean, it's
that's what this book is about?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
And by the way, you guys,
this is that tidal wave book.
Here's the funny thing. People try to use this to be like, Ethan Van Sciver is a terrible artist. This might be bad for Ethan Van Sciver, but it's still better than like a quarter of the artists out there that are putting out books. And, you know, but I'm a huge Ethan Van Sciver fan. This is not it right here for EVS. Like if I want to go get an EVS cover, this is not going to be it. But it sells $115 raw for this thing. It's fucking crazy.
That is crazy.
Is that Paul in the corner? I like that.
Yeah, it could be.
I literally had no idea that this book was about Andrew Tate.
Yeah, it could be not Logan Paul, but Jake Paul in the corner because they hate each other, right? Don't they always say they're gonna fight each other? But yeah,
do they?
Man. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is before Jake started working out, huh?
I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
2023. Yeah. Oh, dude, his Green Lantern covers, David, are amazing, man. But you guys know me. Like my two favorite all-time comic book stories are Kingdom Come and Green Lantern Rebirth. Those are my two favorite, man. Like that when I can, if like those are what I would say are my two favorite all-time with art and story behind it. Amazing, absolutely amazing. And Ethan Ditt was there for most of that Green Lantern, war run. Yellow, the Sinestro Wars, the Rebirth, the Blackest Night, all that stuff. And it was damn good. Such a great run in comics. So, but $115 for this one. And it was signed too, right? It was signed by EVS. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, moving on. This one's kind of crazy, Stein. I don't even think Cover Price has this in their stuff. Not much information on this out there. You don't see this talked about a ton. Game of Thrones issue number 6, the blank sketch cover. And it's funny, real quick here, all the Comics Gate guys out there will understand this. I was talking to somebody who works in the world of dynamic forces and dynamite and stuff. And I was talking to him like, hey, like, I would love to learn more about like some of the crazy stuff from that Game of Thrones run. And, some of those covers are crazy, like really crazy. But one of the biggest douchebags in comics drew some of those covers, Mike S. Smiller. And he drew that cover. There's such a crazy cover where it's who's the guy that the played the guy Jason Momoa, and he's behind Khaleesi. Yeah. That cover is absolutely crazy on a comic because
it is.
Yeah, what's happening in the movie, and that's a Smiller cover. So shout out to all the Smiller haters. Anyways, back to this raw blank sketch cover, Game of Thrones issue number 6, sells for a ton of money.
Yeah, 150, and it was in VF near mint. It was not even in great shape. It had a lot of ticks on the back cover. Man, 150 for a blank cover, right?
Yeah. Well,
imagine if they didn't erase the sketch that was on there.
There is, David. There is. Look it up. It is crazy, dude. But I think the interesting thing about this, and the reason why I was talking to the person about that Game of Thrones series is we talked about how there's certain sketch covers out there that people really, really want to draw stuff on. And this is one of them. And you can see in the secondary sales, artists want to find this so they can do cool Game of Thrones sketches. And that's why it sells for so much. So, all right, moving on. Next, we have Star Trek Discovery Captain Saru. Is that what it is? Saru? Yeah, I don't know either. That's all new to me,
Oh man, get someone that knows Star Trek like on these panels. But I don't know if hang out with them. Oh, I would hang out with Paul.
Yeah, Paul knows. Yeah. Paul knows. This is just the A cover. Yeah, this is now selling for $25 to $30. So, hey, look, I know probably none of us know much about this, but I mean, if you see this in a back issue bin for like $2, why would you not pick this up?
Yeah,
and flip it?
Because I don't know what I'm looking at half the time when I'm looking through Star Trek books.
That's why we're.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, since it's IDW, I do the cheap pack, right, where you look for the RI, so you know it's an incentive at the very least. Like, I'll pick up any IDW incentive because I know no one orders enough to get those. So if you run into them, if you run into them, they're usually money.
Yep.
It's true.
You never know. I hope I said that captain's name right. If not, I know I'm going to hear about it over the next couple of days from,
Dude, I hope someone tells you what it is in Klingon.
In Klingon?
Like they send you
see, that's
in Klingon where it's like, blah, blah. or whatever.
I mean, that's the thing is nobody's going to call you out on it because if they start correcting you on the name, then
You can just
they're
send them that
calling
sound clip of nerd.
Yeah, just over and over.
That's what I would do.
By the way, you guys know, I hope everybody out there knows why that's such a funny joke with us. It's because I'm a Star Wars fan. So, you know, the two fans shall never get along. So you're nerds to me if you're a Star Trek fan.
Dude, I can't, since you've been hating on Star Wars so much recently, I can't wait till you cross over. or become a huge Doctor Who fan or something crazy like that. Like, it's like, have you watched Doctor Who yet?
Dude,
like,
it's impossible to cross over because Star Wars has like the ultimate G. Speaking of top G's, fucking Han Solo. How can you watch Star Wars and see Han Solo and then like watch those other things? You're like, oh man, this is all terrible after this point.
Hey,
Anyway.
until you can explain how they can stand on that flight deck with a huge open thing into space and not be dead, then you can't.
You
can't say anything
shields.
About Star Wars.
It's the deflector shields.
The planes fly right through it.
All right, moving on.
Dead. All dead.
I saw this sale. This sale was crazy. This book is catching a little heat again because of the Superman cameo and new series coming out, season 2. Peacemaker issue number 1. You got to be careful about these because there was 2 of these that come out from different publishers 10 years apart or something like that, I think. So this is the OG from Charlton in 1966.
Yeah, so this had like bumped way up like with the first Peacemaker show, then it came way down. So the last sale was, I'm trying to look at my notes here. Oh, so the last sale was like $700 for a CGC 9.0, and that was just last month. And then this month CGC 9.0 sold for $1,200, so it went up $500 in a month.
Heroes Reborn just dropped a $4.99 super chat to tell you why they can do that. It's because of the Force, Ben.
Yeah, the Force for everybody.
Yes.
No.
Yes. It depends on how much midichlorians they each have.
You saw Princess Leia fly through space, bro.
Yeah, and she froze to death. So why isn't everybody else freezing to death? Come on.
Because she's not one with the Force.
Jeez. Neither are stormtroopers that are just running around.
It's not like they can hit anything anyways, right?
Oh, man. I wouldn't mind having one of these. I think this is a cool book, but I don't know if I'd pay $1,200 for a 9.0. You know?
Just wait for it to dip down again.
Buy the dip, baby. Buy the dip.
Right, yeah. You just got to buy it on the dip. Like after the season 2 premieres, which shout out to, I don't know who said it, that says starts on the 21st.
Yes.
Who was that?
Season 2 does start on the 21st.
Hey, unlike John Cena, this Peacemaker definitely skipped leg day.
Yes. Yeah.
Timothy Brandt. Big shout out to him.
Yeah, hell yeah. Appreciate it, brother. But all right, moving on. This is crazy. It's not crazy. I expect it. Image First's Invincible, issue number 1. But you guys know they put out a ton of these Image First. This is the second one they put out from 2014. And the reason that you'll know that is because it has the Skybound logo on the front, and on the back it has an Outcast advertisement.
Ad.
Yeah, ad. So that's this specific one. I think they did like 4 of them, maybe. They did 4 of these so far, these Image First Invincible. But Invincible is still so freaking hot that everything is selling. I mean, still to this day. And Stein knows this. I know it. You go and look for these, look at the market. You see crazy Invincible sales all over the place still for crazy amounts of money.
Yeah, but okay, so this is the freaking Image First reprint, and it's not even the first reprint. And this sold, a CGC 9A sold for $310. There's a 2010 version that it's still just a stupid Image First, and a 9A sold for $125. Now, if you're going to buy a freaking reprint, why would you spend $300 on a reprint?
The
I am
first
so
thing
confused, but I am like lost by this.
I'm not gonna say anything because I've sold plenty of those whatnot battle damage reprints for obscure amounts of money at times.
Yeah, but if they did another reprint of that same book, why would one be worth 3x a
Oh,
different
versus
one?
a you're
Yeah, I
talking
mean,
specifically just image first. Like, I mean,
yeah,
to me,
yeah.
in my eyes, is always going to be $1 book.
Yeah, I mean, you can get the 2010 version or you can get the 2014 version. It's still just an image first reprint book. I mean, what's it matter when it was printed? It's literally the exact same thing. I'm so confused.
Oh, and these are both blue labels. None of them were like signed or anything like that.
No,
Oh, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't either. I'm literally lost on this one. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me whatsoever.
I wish I had money to burn like that.
I guess.
I mean, honestly, like, well, I probably wouldn't be sitting here if I was spending $300.
Well, here's the first thing I think of when I saw this, Stein, is one, I know how hot Invincible is, and two, first thing I think of is new collectors to the hobby that may be jumping in because of the animated movie, right? And I just, and the reason why I know that is because I know for a fact that I've met 3 people in the last year at cons that are the biggest Invincible fans and buyers of high-grade comics that have never opened up one of the comics, that have never even read it. You know what I mean? So it's so hot, and I think the reason that part of the reason it's so hot, well, I don't think, I know, is because of the animated series, and it's bringing in new buyers. So I that's the only thing I can chalk it up to, unless there's something we don't know, like this was only printed a couple of because they had something wrong, or that's the only thing I can think of, man.
I mean, there's 4 different versions of this. Maybe it's the completionist too that wants it in all in 9/8.
Could be.
I mean, because I would assume all these image first books are still bounded by the FOC thing. It's not like they're just sitting in a because otherwise the first reprint of this would just be passed out over and over again if they mass printed it.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they're technically different versions. So if someone's trying to go for all of them, congrats on them.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hey, cool! You got all the reprints. Good for you.
Yeah.
You spent $2,000 on reprints, and you could have just
bought the original first print.
Yeah. So, all right, moving on. Next, this book is awesome, and I don't own one of these. I don't have one of these yet. I hope to get one, but this is, of course, Sesperia. You guys know we love Sesperia over here. This is Jabberjaw issue number 1, the Sesperia trade dress cover from Bad Bug Media. Last month, I believe it came out. So
yeah, this one's pretty cool. Was this a Kickstarter? Is that what this was?
I don't know if it was a Kickstarter, but I do know that there is a Virgin variant of this. As well, where it doesn't have the black and the around it and the trade dress. It's full art Virgin cover. So if James Kreider's in here, or Lisa Noble might know as well. I know she follows a lot of Kickstarter stuff. It could be a Kickstarter, but I'm not 100% sure.
Very, very cool. Yeah, I hadn't seen this one. I guess these must have just been shipped like just a couple months ago, right? If it just came out sometime in May or something like that.
Yeah, and this is Garrett Gunn again too. Garrett Gunn, all over the list lately.
Bad Bug Media. That's a weird one.
Nice.
But ton of variants on this. There are, but only 2 Sesperia, I believe. This one and the full art Virgin on this. So Sesperia is so good. I can't. We're so lucky that we've been able to like key in on some of these really new up and coming creators in the world of comics, and 2 of them female creators, which is, we all know how rare that is in our hobby for female creators and collectors, even though there's some in the chat live right now there, and there's a lot watching, but it's rare in this hobby to have that. And 2 amazing up and coming new female creators in Sesperia and Sveta Shabina over the last couple of years is awesome. So I'm really happy anytime I see a new Sesperia book show up on any list, whether it's an FOC list or a hot list. I'm all for it. So, all right, moving on. Some of the toughest books to find if you're a Scotty Young collector are the Iron Man by Design variants that he did back in 2010. And this is one of the coolest ones. Dark Wolverine issue number 85, the 1 in 15 Scotty Young Iron Man by Design variant. Selling for a decent amount of money. Always sold for a decent amount, for the last 10 years at least, right?
Yeah, I mean, this was like a $75, $80 book, but this week it sold for raw $130. So that was quite a bump this week for this one.
Have you looked
it was the
at
highest
all?
It was the highest raw price I could find.
That's crazy. I like the style of Scotty Young work, especially with like his Deadpool Cable books, where he did that last bit of the run where it was like 45 to 50 and it was all those cross out names. And then he even did some, earlier covers within that run too, or like in the 40s or whatever. But
have you seen all those? I don't know if people have seen all those variants, but they're pretty amazing for a lot of these variants. Let's go ahead and jump through some of these. Let's see here. Go ahead and do this. F11. There we go. So these are all just really cool. And I mean, there's very few of them that are bad. Scotty did a bunch of them, but look at that. They're all just really, really good. It's one of the few like cross platform, title variants that they did that I really, really like. Every single one of these.
It's an odd set though. I mean, like, I get why, because back in 2010 that Iron Man was really hot. I get it. It's just an odd thing to start putting on all their books.
Yeah. It was one of the first times I remember like them doing variants of a character that isn't for that book. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And they haven't stopped doing it since.
You're right. They haven't stopped doing it since. You're correct. So.
We got to get those numbers up for these books.
But 130 raw for that one. And there is a couple Scotties of this that are much big collector pieces. All right, moving on. Brit issue number 2 from Image, the first volume of this in 2003. I love these books. I have all these because I've talked about this before, but I'm a huge Robert Kirkman fan and Tony Moore fan. It started off not with Walking Dead, started off with Battle Pope. That's my favorite Robert Kirkman series. It's tough to find all those early Funkatron issues. And after I found all those Funkatron issues, it took me over to the Brit series, and I would pick up the Brit series anytime I could, which are almost like prestige format books, the Brit books. For volume.
But are you excited about Battle Pope coming back?
Yes, I am. There is a Kickstarter version, right?
I forget if it was like he was just relaunching the series.
It's a leather bound.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a leather bound book. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that with the gold rimming.
Gold, yeah. And the way I found out about that is Clutch was doing his eBay live sale with Robert. And I jumped on there and I put in my comment in there, tell us about what's coming up with Battle Pope. And Robert saw it and went, Battle Pope. There's people asking about Battle Pope, so I'm going to talk about it. And it was really cool. So shout out to Clutch. That was an amazing thing. And then Robert talked about it at the panel in San Diego this year, which was also very cool.
Yep.
So, but how much did this one sell for? It was a graded sale, right?
Yeah, CGC 98 sold for $215.
Wow.
Which was it the first 9/8 sale? Maybe. I sometimes get some of them. This isn't a book like I would think, hey, I'm going to go grade Brit number 2.
Yeah.
Pop
But-
one. No, I don't know. If it
Is
Well,
it
is.
you know what's funny about that, Stein? I remember there was only one person that I could find that had graded Funkatron Battle Pope books back in the day. Only one person I ever saw him have them graded, and I bought them from him. You know who it was? Jimmy Linguini.
No. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. The second time we've talked about Jimmy Linguini in a week. So there we go.
Wow.
Shout out to the old
That's-
school CBSI
that-
fans.
That I was gonna say that is a name from the past.
Yeah. Unpressable, baby.
Something.
Yeah, you're right. CGC's grading these is probably pretty rare. I'd be interested to see how many are on the census, right? Not too many. But I could be wrong. Could be
Who
a
is
lot.
that character there on the front?
That's Brit, right? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Who's Brit?
The main character of the book.
Okay. That doesn't help me. I don't know
I'd
anything
to
about
get
this
one
book.
signed by Walter Goggins. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. You need to familiarize yourself with the Invincible universe.
You think I got time for
No,
got
I
time for
don't.
that?
No, I don't think any of us do right now.
I got a flight in 6 hours. So
Yeah.
So right after this podcast, he's going to TSA.
Yeah. Speaking about time, before we get into the list, I want to talk about that because this has come up with multiple people and multiple conversations over the last week. I want to say thank you to everybody that's watching us right now, whether it's live or on the replay, everybody that supported us. I really, truly feel like what we have been doing over the last 3 years, especially, but over the last almost 10 years now, is really starting to come together in a way where we're seeing that, people really care about what we do, and we can't thank you enough on that. It's caused us to, a lot of us to, we put a lot of effort in this. I don't think people realize how much time and energy it takes to create content that we bring you every week, whether it's coming up with the list, keeping an eye on the hobby for news, creating all the content, getting people scheduled to come on shows, wrangling everybody together, doing sales. All that stuff takes a lot of time and effort, and we love it. That's why we do it. But because you guys have really supported us, and along the way, we can't thank you enough. Steinpack 11 was really showed that, I think, in a major way. San Diego really showed that in a major way. And thank you to everybody for being a part of this and rocking with us. We really appreciate you guys. So
100%.
that being said, let's move on to the list. All right. Starting off with our Golden Age honorable mention. It's funny because this book must be super rare, because anytime you try to research it, you only find one image for the book that is just destroyed. And as you can see, this image is not of a 7.5 book, but a 7.5 sale happened recently to cause this book to be on the list. Clairvoyant number 3.
This, I believe, is the very first time in all the years we've done this show, this is the first time Clairvoyant has ever been, any issue of Clairvoyant has been on the list. Number 3, it's a pretty brutal cover if you really look at it. I mean, dude literally just pistol whipped her. I mean, that's a pretty harsh cover. and she's like in a wedding dress. I mean, that's what's up with that?
Well,
Is
have
that
you
a
seen the
driver?
rest of these issues, Stein? The rest of the issues are very interesting, and
No, I didn't look at her.
there's only 4 issues of the first volume. I mean, look at these. There's like bondage. They're all very interesting, golden age collector comics. You've got the good girl stuff, and the bondage stuff and the bad girl stuff, and like these are major 10 centers right here if you pick up the series. And I don't even think 3
Oh
is the
man,
best.
heroes like I did. Did you notice that they shot her husband?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
in the
they
back
just
of-
got married.
Yeah.
You know?
There's-
Oh my
He's hanging out
gosh!
the
There's a
window.
dead body hanging out the back window. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I noticed that too.
Kidnapped
is that-
bride.
Yeah, is that the father or father-in-law like chasing after?
Yeah,
And
looks
then
like it.
And then was he the driver because of the hat?
Yeah, it looks like it. That's crazy. And he's pistol
That
whipping
is-
her. That's nuts.
That is brutal.
Yeah. Man.
I can't wait to read this one.
What was the sale on it, Stein?
CGC 7.5 sold for 2,200. Now, if you and I'm hoping that I don't get this mixed up with another book, but I think there is two graded sales that are higher. There is a Promise collection of this that I think was a 9.0.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a 7.5 on eBay right now for like $3,000, I think. So, if you guys
There
want
can't.
one.
It might be the same one. Who knows?
Yeah, there probably can't be many of these, I imagine. Shout out to
I
all the
wouldn't
Golden Age.
think.
Chonko's Comics and Nerd Cultures in the chat. He's a big Golden Age guy. Maybe he'll know more about this, but I'm sure there's probably not a ton of these out there on the census. Considering that there's every time you look it up, there's only this one picture where the comic is just destroyed. So, but yeah, nice Golden Age honorable mention. Our next honorable mention, you guys, is something very different for this show, and you guys know this, but at our regular honorable mention this week, Mark Spears' Monsters, The Monster and the Wolf blind bags has not even hit FOC, and it's on the list, you guys.
Yeah. Okay. So, first of all, there is so much talk about these things already. They don't even come out until what, October?
October. Yeah.
There are people already selling like 100 packs of this. People are already setting up like opening shows and chase shows and all kinds of stuff with these. Now, whether or not these things have like I really have no idea. I don't know how many of these are being printed. I have no idea. The whole concept of this is so different than anything that's been done. Like, what is there, 75 different books that you can get out of this?
Yeah,
Is that
with
what it
all the
is?
different variants. Yeah, it's like 30 covers or something. Here's the funny part, Stein. And if you guys don't know this, you guys can go watch it. Mark's been on the show quite often, and we've talked about it. But when me and Mark first talked about this and the idea of it, and we kind of came up with it. And I'm not taking any credit for anything. Mark has been very open about how me and him sat in a backstage of a StreamYard one night and came up with all the ideas for this. Like the first time we came up with it, it was crazy. But when we first started talking about it, he was like, "Man, maybe I'll do 10 books, maybe 8," and it turned into 30. Okay, now the reason why he did that is because even though there's going to be a ton of these printed, I'm thinking they're going to sell over 100,000. There's going to be over 100,000 orders on this. But the reason he did so many books is because he wanted the people collecting them to have the chance to get rare books. So there's a ton of books, but he only printed so many of each book. So that means each book is still under his where he thinks he likes his monster books to be printed. So there's not a ton of them out there. So if you open one, you have a better chance of pulling a book that there's only a couple hundred of them printed than opening than having 8 covers where there's 10,000 of each printed or 3,000 of each printed. There's only gonna some of the covers you're gonna get. I mean, there's one of ones in there. There's one of 200s. There's a lot of really rare stuff in there. So it's gonna be like opening card packs almost, because you have the chance to get so many different things in each bag. And I can't wait to see it. My whole thing, and I've told Mark this, and Mark knows this. Mark has his finger on the pulse of his fan base and the collector world. He's just got to make sure, in Keen Spot, you have to make sure that you pull this off. Like, make sure that they're random, make sure that they're shuffled up, make sure that people aren't going to pull the same books. Like, that is very important. And with what's been going on over at, I don't know if it's Lunar, Penguin Random House, or Publishers lately, but we saw the Post Malone Big Rig stuff happen. We saw Mark had the problem with his X-Force #1 homage, where people got all the same card. That's what he's really worried about, and hopefully that doesn't happen, because if everything goes well, man, this is gonna break a lot of records, and people are gonna be so happy with it. And there's even more stuff on the horizon that people don't know about.
Yeah, I mean, just look in the chat. I mean, there's so many people that are like, I bought 25, I bought 10, I bought 15,
I bought 200.
Eggplant, we're going to take you up on that.
I haven't bought any of these yet.
I'm going to up mine.
Eggplant says, if this isn't a 500,000 print run, I'll eat a blind bag. We're going to take you up on that. We had somebody else say they were going to eat something that never did. So you might have to do it.
So these are still, you can still order these, right?
Yes, they're not.
Yeah.
FOC is September 29th or September 30th.
No, September 1st.
Okay.
September 1st?
Okay, so you still have 2 weeks to order these.
Sorry,
release
August
date
29th or August 30th, I thought.
Yeah, no, so September 1st is FOC. That's when it cuts off. And then October 1st is release date.
So if you search these on eBay, people are already pre-selling some of the rare ones. And first of all, I don't know how you can do that when you
don't have them.
I mean,
you don't know what you have.
You're
going to have to literally have like 10,000 of them.
Yeah.
Right?
They're pre-selling. So the ratios for this, here's the other thing. Mark said, like, he didn't want to do 1 in 10s, 1 in 20s, 1 in 50s with this because it would just be too many. And he said, people are going to buy a lot. So he did a 1 in 250, a 1 in 500, and a 1 in 1,000. And people are already selling those ratios, like Stein is saying.
It's crazy. I mean, it's like I said. I mean, I really hope it works out. I mean, the fact that you can buy 100 of them for basically $350 or something like that. I mean, that's especially if you really like Spears. I mean, if you're going to get 100 covers, I mean, you're probably going to at least get 30 different covers. I would say 25, 30 different covers out of 100. Yeah. I mean, if you really like Spears, that's not. I mean, that's basically just throw away the doubles. I mean, just exclude the doubles. I mean, that's like $10 a book. I mean, would you be pretty happy if you paid $10 a book for a whole bunch of different Mark Spears books? I mean, if you're a Spears fan, that's probably not even the worst
thing
that you've ever spent your money on.
Stein. He wanted the blind bag to be the cost of a regular book. So it's the cost of a regular Mark Spears book. What, like $5.99, I think, or $4.99? So
$5.99.
That's
$6.
That's pretty good. You have a chance at not just there is foils. There are going to be foils, which are the rare ones. There's 1 of 1s. He's putting in a golden ticket, which we haven't decided the name for it, but I do want to share something with you guys because it is probably one of the coolest things. Shout out to Mark and his son Chase, because his son Chase did something super cool, and I want to share it with you guys. I don't know if Stein's seen this yet, but here we go. Check this out.
Wait.
waits beyond the shadows, who hides within the light, who calls you from the darkness, who moves beyond your sight. Trick or treat, candy or blind bag, sweet little chocolate, or claws that snag. One melts in your mouth, one stares in your eyes. One is a gift, the other a surprise. Go down, 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 where the monsters come. Go down, 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 where the wolves don't sleep. One rip, one tear, and you'll see what's inside. But there's no turning back, for there's monsters inside.
Isn't that awesome, dude?
Dude, he did sick with
That's kind of creepy.
Right? Did such a good job with that. Shout out to Chase and Mark and Spears family because they did a good job
Dude,
on this. And
I can't believe he's 19 years old and like nailed like the B-list horror film like vibe to it.
yeah, he did a good
Yeah.
job, dude. So a lot of fun, and I think that's the key to this. Mark even said he wanted to do something for his fans. He wanted to do something for people that enjoy the series. And you have to open, by the way, you guys, he did something so you have to open up the books to find the golden ticket. The golden ticket isn't just sitting on top, it doesn't sit in the middle. You got to open the books and look in the interior. So he's forcing people to actually look into it. And a lot of people don't realize this. Mark not only does the covers, not only is this his creation, he writes it and does the interior art, you guys. And so many people don't realize that. And he's forcing you to open the book to look to see if you won the golden ticket. And I love that. I think that's so cool. So we'll see what happens.
If this literally does do if this does 500,000, there's no chance that like J. Scott Campbell doesn't do something like this, right?
Everybody will. I mean,
People just copy that model. Yeah.
yeah.
If it's successful.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Shout out to Mark. We love you, brother. All right, here we go. At number 10 this week, I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer, issue number 5, the Vinny 1 in 10 variant. Which I got to be honest, if I saw this in the dollar bin, I don't think I would buy it. But people love this.
I don't think I would know that this is a variant. It's like if you just look at it without looking at her face, it looks like one thing, and then all of a sudden you look at her face and you're like, oh, this is like way different than what I was thinking that it was going to be.
I'm not gonna hate on our buddy Vinny. I didn't realize he did covers.
Yeah.
So.
I hope I'm saying that right. I hope it's Vinny. It's Vinne. So it could be said a different way, but
Vinay. I don't know. How else would you pronounce
Viney? Viney? I don't know. Who knows? But
we're gonna get canceled now.
$15 to $20 out the gate on this one. By the way, this is a great series from what I hear. Great idea. This was also the series where James from Hive, got his first ever published work on. They did a great cover for it. So, good stuff. All right, at number 9 this week, speaking of J. Scott Campbell, Laura Kinney Wolverine, issue number 9, the JSC Just Spectacular Collection, Virgin 1 in 100 variant.
Yeah. 110 for this one. I like did he do issue number 1 of Virgin of this, of Laura Kinney?
I don't know, but I'll tell you this.
I feel like he did, and I like that one better.
I think you might be right. Stein, there was 7 of these Just Spectacular Collection variants this week. 7.
I know. It's insane.
It is.
I'm just gonna say the Yee response. Yes.
Yep.
Or are you thinking of the last series?
Who knows? Yeah, 110 for a 1 in 100. I still think the Mary Jane is the best one of these so far. And most of the ones that came out this week were all males. And, you know, JSC fans love his female, drawings more than the male drawings.
Yeah. There was a Carnage that came out this
Iron Man,
week,
or Daredevil.
Cyclops, right?
Yeah. Yes, there was a Cyclops cover. Yeah, the Daredevil. I initially didn't think it was actually Daredevil.
Oh,
because it didn't look like it. He was so skinny.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I do think of one male JSC cover quite often, and it's the Deadpool Wolverine one, or the
Lizard
Deadpool one. Yeah, the Lizard. Yeah. Yep. I mean, so you can't discount all his male drawings, but he's notorious for all his female ones. Way over those covers. Those are just like rarities and gimmick books that modern collectors like a lot.
Yeah.
Shout out to our UK brothers. Paney 1981 is in the chat. Paney is the final Steinbag blind bag that has yet to go out. I'll be getting that out on Monday. And I think everybody else has either gotten theirs or it's been sent out. So shout out to all the Steinbag fans. Steinpack fans. All right. At number 8 this week, Rogue Sun issue number 29, the Marcelo Costa 1 in 25 variant.
These are basically this. What was the series that did this like
Radiant?
2 years ago, where every single book that came out, it was a 1 in 25, and they all did well.
Was it Radiant Black?
That's basically what. Maybe I can't remember, but that's basically what these Rogue Suns have done. And they're all just homages to either DC or
Marvel classics.
whatever.
Yeah.
This one's doing like 45, which, speaking of DC homages, I don't know if you guys even, because I didn't put them on the list, any of them on the list, or even any of them on the Hot 10 or the Almost 10, because they've already been selling for this. But did you guys know that those Icon versus Hardware B covers sell for like $40 a piece?
Wow.
And they're all like homages to old DC books.
Yep.
But they sell for like $40 a piece. So if you're looking through back issue bins, look for those Icon versus Hardware B covers. I had no idea.
I think that
it made me think of this.
Yeah. I think that the Rogue Sun books have been like the perfect example of how to do homages right, if that makes sense. I think that, we had this conversation in the Darren Davis interview that homages to me aren't just copying the cover exactly. Like you make changes to where it's an homage, but it's different. And I think that these Rogue Sun covers have all done them very well to where it's the perfect way to homage. The trade dress looking similar is good. They're homages, but they're not exact copies.
It doesn't look like they trace the background.
You got it.
Yeah, that they actually took their time to like scale it to like whatever they're drawing. And the characters aren't even like exact replicas of those.
Yeah, you change the point of view. You change, something enough to where it's just there's good ways to do homages, and then there's bad ways to do homages, in my opinion.
Right. I mean, like, even though this is in the same viewpoint as the original, it's still it's to its own scale, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Number 7 this week. Terrifier is back in the list. Issue number 1, the McGinnis variant, had a big 9.8 sale.
Yeah, so tracking Terrifier sales is, I mean, there's just not that many because there's just not that many of them for sale. So it doesn't take much to recognize when it happens. CGC 9.8 of this now is 1,500 for this book.
It was
all-time
1,000
high
wasn't it?
before. Yeah, it was 1,000 was the last all-time high sale, and now it's up to 1,500. Will this book eventually get to 2K, 2,500?
So
I could see it.
I could see it for sure happening. And then the reason why too right now is the cast is like on the horror convention, like they're traveling through where they're, you know, taking pictures with fans, like people are getting stuff signed. So it wouldn't surprise me if someone buys this, you know, with the intentions to get it signed.
And so my next question is, I mean, these came out in like 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
I thought it was.
Yeah,
I thought it was
2021.
I thought it was when the movies came out, right?
Yeah, January of 2021.
January 2021, so 4 years ago. How has nobody picked up a regular Terrifier series at this point?
Great
Because
question.
I think it's because doesn't it's the director or whoever, like they have the IP, so aren't they like kind of holding on to it kind of close?
I don't know. I mean, you'd think that they'd be able to make a fortune off of it right now.
Well, I mean, because like the first film was just like a project they funded themselves, where it's like a low budget film, and then I think it wasn't until the third film where they actually got a studio budget. So like I'm pretty sure like he's holding the IP pretty close. So that's probably why it's not, you know, quote unquote commercialized yet. Like it's had its own like cult following and building to what it is now.
I mean, just think if he doesn't even have to necessarily sell the.
Oh,
I mean, he could just
give the rights of the IP or whatever to publish a comic. Yeah,
right. I mean, he doesn't have to sell the rights away, but I mean,
right. Or license, he can license it out for a publisher to create a comic.
I'm just surprised that hasn't happened.
But what publisher would you like even consider like putting something like this out on?
Image.
I mean,
Dark Horse. Boom.
Yeah.
Dynamite. I don't
Opus.
care. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Opus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Dark Horse did like you think of like their creepy series that Dark Horse did. Those were really well done. Yeah, it just seems like there could be. It seems like this could. Yeah, I mean, it just seems like. I mean, Nightmare. I mean, you think about it. Nightmare on Elm Street did it. I mean, all the big series did. I mean, Jason did it.
Hellraiser.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot about American Mythology. They have all those different horror films too, as well.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm not saying it would sell very well there, but you know, that is an option.
Yeah, Phantasm. Shout out to Brett Hess Art.
I mean, gosh, think of. I mean, think. Could we? I mean, could there be like a Mark Spears Terrifier cover?
Oh, that'd be sick.
Or a Perio Terrifier cover. I mean, just thinking like
his would be crew. Yeah,
like horror artists to be able to do covers for Terrifier. I mean, golly.
Oh man, I would just want to get a blank Terrifier cover so I could get any artist I want to, you know, draw Art the Clown or whatever. Or even do like a jam piece or something like that. That would be kind of sick, where you have different artists like in different sections, like drawing this like kind of like grotesque art book where they either connect the image or like put their own gory images to like connect it all into one like crazy image.
And we're definitely not suggesting that Fame should do a Terrifier book.
Yeah, so they probably already have, bro.
Hey, probably right.
Sesperia would do a good job with a cover for this for sure. So
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, especially with her retro like taste to it too.
Delato, yeah, Delato would be good. Bermejo. So, all right, moving on. Number 6 this week. Back to the JSC Just Spectacular Collection. Magic issue number 8, the 1 in 100 Just Spectacular Collection Virgin variant is on the list.
I like the Magic better than I like the Laura Kinney,
And I like the background better
But-
too.
but it's probably just because I think Magic always just looks better
Yeah.
as a character as a whole.
Yeah. Agree.
Dang it! Now I need, since I had the yellow one, the blue one. Now I need the purple one. I'm going for the J. Scott Campbell Magic Rainbow. Let's go.
That's
Oh,
funny.
Lisa Noble said they do have one. What?
That Fame has a Terrifier book.
That didn't take long to find at all.
I know. Yeah. There's a couple
Womp,
good,
womp,
really good
womp.
Magic. I mean, listen, Magic is such a great character that I understand why they use her so much. There's, if you guys are following the Doctor Strange stuff, who's going to take over the mantle? A lot of people are talking about Magic taking over the mantle, which I'd be cool with, but I think she's a great character. Always have.
So let me ask you this. So you know how like Campbell loves to sign his name, and these have got double images on it. Does that mean that you should get like 4 Campbell signatures on this book?
The only reason why we're saying this right now is because Joe's not here.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, but speaking of Terrifier, I'm gonna do a shameless plug for my T-shirt and drop the link in the chat.
Go check out State of Filth's new merch. Did a great job. I'm so stoked. I got my my State of Filth shirt. It's one of my favorite new shirts, and you guys should go pick up yours. The link is in the chat. All right, number 5 this week. All-Star Comics issue number 58 reprint, the Will Jack swimsuit Virgin foil variant. These were, I believe, part of a blind bag that was offered, and they're selling for a decent amount. Is this the right cover, Stein?
This one might have been.
Yeah, it's this one.
I get them really confused. There's one she's got with a cape, and I think the cape might have been from the blind bag, and then this one may have been from SDCC.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure, but to be honest, I'm not 100% sure. I don't have any of them, so I don't really know for sure.
Yes, I think you're right, Stein. I think this is the right one, you guys. Right here, right?
Oh,
There you
She
go.
has the cape. Yes. I apologize. And we don't talk about retailers much, but I have to apologize to KRS for messing that one up. It is the one with the cape. Look how good that looks. Holy cow.
Didn't Big Leg pull this last night from the
He
blind
did.
bag?
He did. Yeah.
So have you seen all the covers from this All-Star 58 blind bag?
We have, because he has some.
Oh,
Yeah.
now I love that one. I love that one. I bought that not the regular, not the foil, off of Leg because I like that's the Lozano, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I pulled the foil on air Wednesday.
So those are limited, right? The foils are
Yeah,
limited to
To
like
200.
just a couple 200 or something like that.
Yeah, this is one of the chases. This is the chase foil. So it's not the ultra chase, but yeah. I'm thinking about sending the PSA since I hadn't done my submission yet. Submitted it. I'm gonna add it to the list.
And Chad Cave is
Nice.
right. Will Jack does some excellent remarks.
Oh yeah, because he can actually draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I hate to say it like that, but like there's a lot of digital artists where, like, when it comes to pen and ink, they are obviously not trained in the traditional way of learning art. And no shame on that, you know what I mean? Like different mediums, different time periods. I get that, but there's just some artists that were classically trained that are phenomenal artists, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yep. So how much was the foil one selling for, Stein?
Yeah, these are doing like 75.
Not bad. Not bad.
But there's most of the sales have been on like live sales. I think they're live selling the bags. And then people are just pulling them. So it's kind of it's hard to track some of these blind bag sales.
Yeah.
Because like eBay Live, a lot of times there's no description.
It's generic listing, blind bag.
Yeah, right.
Yep. All right, moving on. Number 4 this week. The very first time Sveta has put out a variant that has not been number 1 or number 2. Pinapocalypse, issue number 5, the Sveta Shibino 1 in 25. Zombie Foxy hits number 4 on the list this week.
Oh, why is Adam calling me right now?
Yeah, so the other ones have always done like 80 to 90 to even 100, the 1 in 25s, but I have a feeling that now we're at issue number 5, people just keep ordering more, so there's more of them. So that tends to make the price go down. So these are selling for like 50 out of the gate. And actually just looking at this now makes me think of a Sveta Terrifier cover.
Ooh. Yeah. I'll take a Sveta or Sesperia any cover at this point, man. They're just killing it. So.
Yep.
All right. Number 3 this week. This one's crazy. Batman Dark Patterns, issue number 2, came out at the beginning of this year, is on the list. We talked about this cover. This cover, it's the A cover. This cover is absolutely amazing. Like, when you realize what it is crazy. Absolutely crazy.
A cover. This book was $5, and now it is $40. And there have been a ton of sales at $40 for this book.
And
I'm not sure.
Some are calling this the first appearance of the Wounded Man. Some are calling issue number 1 the first appearance of the Wounded Man. I'm not going to get into that argument, but that's, I think, where the heat is coming on this book, right? First appearance of that character.
That's from what I can tell. That's what it is. But
we can say first cover at the very least, right?
I guess, yeah. Man, $40 though. That's you've got to be looking for this in your back issue bins.
Yeah.
Like this weekend. If you're going out, look for this.
Yep.
That's easy money.
I've seen people putting these up on eBay for $100 plus, which is even crazier. So
that's insane.
But
I love how they brought back this logo though, the DC logo.
I do too. But look how crazy this cover is, you guys. They used to not allow like eye piercing or eye covers, eyeball damage covers. This is a cover of a dude with like 50 nails in his head around his eyeball. That cover is awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Did they hammer the nails into his head, or did they just
nail
push
gun
them?
him? Yeah, probably nail
I
gun.
mean, there's some screws in there too.
Oh, there is, dude. Oh my God, bro.
Ooh.
Oh, that's freaking creepy.
So nail gun and are we thinking nail gun and drill? Or what are we thinking here?
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, but the eye didn't pop either, though, too. So I'm not sure if that's how that works.
Ugh. God dang. David said he's bedazzled. Oh my gosh. That's nuts. So there you go. Keep an eye on this series and that character. At number 2 this week, I love this cover. Magic issue number 8, The Dodderman 1 in 25. And we saw this cover on Wednesday night. We talked about it. This cover is so damn good. And Dodderman fans, we knew that this was going to be at the top of the list because how Dodderman fans just love these books.
Oh shit! This was released on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, I had no chance of getting this in.
What's funny about this? So I mean, this is in the same. I mean, the Magic #8, the Campbell came out the same week.
Yep.
And this one, even though this is just a 1 in 25, this one is like, this is actually doing a lot better than the Campbell version of this.
So I can buy it from the Campbell site because he's going to sell it cheaper than the.
Probably.
He probably
Than
could.
his
He
own,
probably will.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there a character that Dodderman has not done this yet?
I think of the Rogue one every time I think the Rogue one, and now I'll think of this one. But I like this one the best because the different versions of magic that he put on here are so good.
Yeah, that's very true.
They're
I mean,
so good.
The Jean Grey one too. That one stood out to me.
Yeah, the Jean Grey one. Yeah, it's a good cover.
I'm sure there's still more that he wants to do too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, you guys. #1 book of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing Spider-Man issue #7, the Lee Bermejo second print version, 1 in 25. And yeah, this is a 10 of a cover. Period. It's that good.
Yeah, it looked good as the trade dress. It definitely looked good as the trade dress. It looks really, really good as a version. Yeah, there's really not much to critique on this cover.
I agree, bro.
I'm just critiquing Marvel for making a second print 1 in 25.
Yeah. Yeah. Bermejo's killing it lately. I mean, everything that he's putting out has been like tip of the spear type stuff. All of his EC horror covers that he's been doing, all of the Spider-Man books he's been doing, all of the Bring on the Bad Guys stuff he's been doing. He's like showing other artists like this is how it's done right here.
Man, it's gonna be hard to name Artist of the Year this year, I think.
Yeah, he's up for it, that's for sure. So he's changing the way that like his new design of like the Spidey, the pajama suit that where everybody's calling it the PJ Spidey, with the loose fitting suit. But I love it. I really like it for some reason. And who cannot love that Black Cat? Like the pose, the look, the painting, the everything about that is holy moly. Awesome. Great job. So
Yep.
How much is this one selling for?
I just closed that screen out because my computer was freezing up, and I think this is like $80 to $90.
Yeah, man. Damn.
And there was a bunch of sales. Like usually when these second print 1 in 25s come out, there's a few sales here and there, but this one actually had quite a few sales.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's good shit. So good stuff, you guys. Man, interesting list. Like we said, it's been a pretty low key collector's week over the last week for comics and content wise, but a pretty decent list. It was kind of cool to see that Batman book on there, showing, that people are still speccing on characters, and we'll keep an eye on that moving forward. We're still seeing the heat on Sesperia, Sveta, Mark Spears stuff. And then, of course, JSC is just flooding the market with those Just Spectacular collection books. It's hard not to have a couple of those on the list with, how many people collect his stuff. So I'd be surprised not to see more of them in the next couple of weeks. Yes. Jersey of the Bay, you're correct. The Bermejo Joker vs. Doom cover for Batman vs. Deadpool is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, you guys got anything coming up, Stein? You're getting ready to go out of town?
Yeah, headed to Dallas. I'm gonna leave the house here in about 3 hours.
Oh boy.
You might as well stay.
3 hours. I'm gonna get back.
You might as well stay up at that point.
Yep.
I know. Yeah. So
go enjoy it, man. Have a sleep on the flight. So
Well,
Um,
and then
Yeah.
you're leaving hot to go into even hotter, I'm assuming.
I know. Oh yeah, Dallas is going to be more than it is here, but yay!
I mean,
yeah.
there's not as much humidity as I have, but like it's still pretty hot though.
Yeah.
Well,
But at least you get Texas barbecue.
Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah. I'll be on Whatnot tomorrow, you guys. Come hang out with me if you want some to pick up some of the San Diego Comic-Con variants that were offered this year. I have some left that I'm going to be selling. I also have Fantastic Four Whatnot packs that will be available tomorrow, as well as a bunch of signed books. I'll have a bunch of Sveta variants if you guys didn't get a chance to get your Sveta variants. And then I'll have some Art Adams signed books, some Mark Brooks signed books, Maria Wolf, all kinds of signed books. And we'll see you guys over there about 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern. And then following that, I will be hanging out over with Big Nasty and Chonko's Comics around 7 p.m. Eastern. The link is right there. Shout out to Derek. And then immediately following that, we'll be doing a Modern Comic Mayhem, 10 p.m. Eastern on Beyond Wednesdays. So all the guys will be there, and we'll see you there. So make sure you guys go check out Yee's new merch. Link is in the chat. And Yee, if you want to drop that link again so everybody can go check it out. Lots of fun.
Right there.
And we'll see you guys there.
Mm.
Stein, what do you say?
See you.
All right, starting off with our Golden Age honorable mention this week, Clairvoyant #3 had a big sale, a CGC 7.5 sale of $2,200. This is a crazy series for volume #1, 4 issues put out, all great Golden Age covers. Go check them out. At our regular honorable mention, Mark Spears' Monsters, The Monster and the Wolf blind bags are already on the list at pre-sailing. The book doesn't even come out till October, but people are going crazy over these to talk about them. The pre-sales for the ratio has been crazy. This is going to be a big deal. Make sure you guys go pre-order some from your local comic shop. At number 10, I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer, issue #5, the Vinny 1 in 10 variant, selling for about $15 to $20 on the secondary market. This book also came out this week. At number 9, Laura Kinney Wolverine, issue #9, the Just Spectacular collection. Virgin 1 in 100 also came out this week, selling for $110 raw on the secondary market. At number 8, Rogue Sun, issue #29, the Marcelo Costa 1 in 25 also came out this week, selling for $45 raw on the secondary market. Terrifier at number 7. This is issue #1, the McGinnis variant, had a massive sale for a CGC 9.8 of $1,500. This is a tough book to find. Any of the Terrifier books are tough to find. Be on the lookout for them. Came out in the early 2020s. At number 6, another Just Spectacular collection, Virgin 1 in 100 for Magic, issue #8. Also came out this week, $125 raw. At number 5, All-Star Comics issue #58, the reprint, specifically the Will Jack Swimsuit Virgin Foil, which is not the book you're seeing. The book that is selling is the one with the full cape. This is not the one with the full cape, but I just wanted to let you know it's selling for a decent amount on the secondary market, about $75. At number 4, Pinup Apocalypse, issue #5, the Sveta Shabina 1 in 25 Foxy Zombie variant, selling for $50 plus, also out this week. And at number 3, Batman Dark Patterns, issue #2, the regular A cover, crazy looking cover, first with a question mark appearance of the Wounded Man, selling for $40 plus. This was a $5 book. At number 2, Magic issue #8, the Russell Dodderman 1 in 25 is absolutely amazing. Came out this week, selling for $75 on the secondary market. And at number 1 this week, Amazing Spider-Man issue #7, the Lee Bermejo second print Virgin 1 in 25, $80 to $90 on the secondary market. and it is a beaut. That is the House of Stein Hot 10 list for the week of August 15th, 2025. We'll see you guys later. Adios.